How are you doing, guys? Welcome back to another brand new episode of Making Munich Blue, and apologies that there's not been a video in a while. The reason why is just because I wasn't very well. But we have new things coming on the channel. It's going to be Football Manager, but it's going to be not less of these episodes, but it's going to be not these episodes. It's not going to be Let's Plays. It's going to be other things. So, for example, I've got a thumbnail here that I'm just going to pop up on the screen real quick, and then you guys can see the sort of idea that I'm going with for the next series. So it's an Ajax youth project, and it's how to develop youth players. Obviously, we're going to be Ajax. We're not going to be signing anyone, I don't think. I don't think I'm going to be signing any players. I'm just going to be using what's in the club and the talent they've got in the club, and we're going to try and win the Champions League in 5 seasons. As many times as we can. And also, I'm going to document each player's development year on year on year, so you guys can see how much they've developed, the mentoring that's gone on, and all that stuff. And it's basically going to be a big youth development guide. And obviously I picked Ajax because they've got history in that department with all the fantastic players they've had come through. But I just wanted to show you guys that quick. So that's that. This is the team. I'm aware that the last time we did an episode on here, we finished last season. And this is the new, not the new team, but sort of a few new players. I've reloaned Christopher Scott and Bogarts. I couldn't afford them on permanent deals. But if I go to the transfer history real quick, we spent 34 million, but we haven't really. We spent 32 million. Anyway, so I made Dedic a permanent transfer. He was obviously on loan last year. Had a really good season with us. Played every single match in the league, and he got over a 7 range. So I thought I'd make that permanent. 6 million. Thank you very much. He's only young. He looks like he's the Austrian right back, and we've got a nice little value on him. So if we want to double our money next season, we can do that. We've got Dedic. William Sorensen is just a young lad, 16 years old, from Denmark. He's got all the makings of being a really good right back too. He's only 4-star potential, but that's fine. No problem there. We're going to obviously try and loan him out at some point when we can, when he turns 17. Same with Ranos, pretty much the same. He's older. He's Greek. He came on a free transfer actually. I thought he looked quite good. His value is already quite high. We sent him on loan to St. Pauli. His potential again, he's only 4 stars, but if we can get some decent cash out of him, 5-6 million, that can go towards a few players. Antonio Blanco. Now he is the second in the list that is actually going in our first team. Blanco came from Real Madrid, the Castilla B team, free transfer. And he's quite adaptable. He can play defensive midfielder and he can play central midfielder. He's also got a cap for Spain, which I imagine won't be... That came in real life, right? Yeah, that came in real life. I didn't know that, actually. Yeah, he's got a Spanish cap. He's also worth between 9 and 10 million, so we've got an instant profit on him. Very strong mentals. Just a very all-round player. Probably going to be back up this season. But we'll see how he gets on. He's very adaptable. It's just a good signing, I think, for a free transfer. Right, Martin Satriano from Inter Milan. Now, I didn't know whether to do this, but I saw him on the transfer list for 6.5 million, and I thought, I can't really not do it. I don't understand why he's declining already. I don't know why, but I think he's got really high potential. Yeah, he could be a star Bundesliga player. Now, he isn't as good, apparently, yet as Campagna. Campagna had a really good season last year. Campagna now is wanted a lot, and he's... Okay, so we're in the middle of giving Campagna a new contract, because he's out of contract at the end of this season, and I can't afford to lose a striker that's been really good last year, right? I can't afford to lose someone that had 32 goal contributions. So I've given him a new contract, but I am open to selling him. If we get like a £30 million offer or £25 million offer from one of these clubs, potentially the Premier League ones... I'm not against selling Campagna because I can go and get another striker for 5 to 6 million, and then I can spend 20 million on somewhere else. So I'm not against it. So I thought I'd bring in Satriano in case that happens. Now he's 6'2". He's really good in the air too. He's very much like Campagna, but I would say he's probably better technically. He's got very good traits too. Already worth double what I paid, and I thought just a fantastic signing. Young. I'm looking at players that I can bring in, have a good couple of seasons, and sell on for potentially high values, right? Kevin Ehlers is a centre-back. We're going from Paderborn for 3.2 million. He's going to be playing centre-back for us. He's only 23. He's just got good. I like the brings the ball out of defence trait as well. It's my favourite trait for a centre-back. He's also German, which helps with our homegrown quota. And he didn't have anything wrong with him, really. He didn't have any problems in any scout reports. So I just thought, you know what, 3.2 million, he can become a backup next season if needs be. Juan Julio from Independiente Santa Fe, 1.1 million for a Colombian left back. We loaned him straight back out to them. He's also the Colombian left back currently. I don't think he's got that high potential. Yeah, it's only 3.5 stars. So I'm not expecting him to be a world beater, but for 1.1 million, I'm expecting some profit, so we'll get that eventually. Gabriele Zappa, backup right back to Dedic. Zappa on a free transfer is an amazing signing. He's just very well all-rounded. He could play centre-back, he's 6 foot. He could play right wing. He could play central midfield if you wanted him to. He could play left back. He's a perfectionist personality, so a very good personality. Still young. Yeah, I thought, why not? Right? Why not? Very, very, very good backup. And can play in a back three if we decide to do that. Ivica Ivucic is a goalkeeper. I'm going to say striker, I don't know why. He's a Croatian goalkeeper we picked up on a free transfer. Now, he is better than our other goalkeeper, as you can see. He's also worth between 8 million and 8.5 million. He is better than Kretschmar. But Kretschmar did really well last year, so I don't really want some... If he starts the season poorly, Kretschmar, then I'll swap. But for right now, Ivic is going to be number 2. Christensen's a bit of a dodgy one. I spent 6.5 on him. It's a bit of a gamble. It's probably a bit too much, I'll be honest. It's a bit too much. Now, he is very good. He is good. But no one rates him. Scouts didn't rate him. The coaches didn't rate him. Now, I don't think he's a decent second Bundesliga player. I think he's much better than that. But I'm only getting a 2-star rating on him. But he's got 13s in almost everything that you possibly need. And his mental attributes, these 14s and 14, 16, 14, all these 14s, they're very, very good. He's got very good traits for a deep line defensive midfielder. I think, personally, he's getting a bit of a bad go of it on his current ability rating. I think they're rating him quite poorly, but I think he's a good player. I think by the end of the season, he might be our starting defensive midfielder. At the minute, obviously, it's Masengo, who is very, very good. But yeah, I like Christensen. I probably shouldn't have paid 6.5, but I needed a defensive midfielder as a backup, and I thought he's young and he fits the mold that I'm trying to go for. Right, he's not like a well-known player as well. I'm trying to stay away from the well-known wonderkid players if I can. Arnaut Danjuma is an absolute bargain, I'll be honest. Now, he is 27, so he's a little bit older, but 4.7 million. He's flying in real life as well at Villarreal. He's absolutely flying. Obviously, in game, first season, he didn't fly. He didn't really start for them. So I think he's probably a little bit underrated. But he's fast. He can play on both wings. He can play left mid if we want him to. He can play right mid. He can play behind the striker. And he's just very, very good. He's also worth double the amount of what I paid for him. So already we're making profit there. And yeah, he's just a very good player. I could not pick up for 4.7 million. Zachary Bigney from King's Hammer in America is a centre-back. He's going to be a centre-back. He's 6'2". He's good tackling, good heading, good positioning, all this stuff. Good physicals too for his age. And he's got 4.5 star potential. So I'm going to try and get him a loan if I can. But yeah, he was free. So, and then Jackie Roussell. Now, Jackie Roussell is going to be, I think, one of the best players in the game. He might not be, but I have a feeling. 6.5 million from Neuchâtel Xamax. I think that's how you say it. Neuchâtel Xamax in Switzerland. Now, obviously, he's Swiss. He's not had a cap for the first team yet, but he's banging him in for the under-21s at 17 years old. Now, he's only just turned 17. His physicals are ridiculously good. His technicals are very, very good for 17. Some of his mental attributes, i.e. his flair, off the ball, teamwork, composure and decisions, they're very good. The rest need a little bit of work, but he's also 6 foot. He can play on the right wing. He can be our third choice striker. He's also a backup winger. For the first season, he's probably going to play off the bench. But I like the look of him. I really like the look of him. His value's already gone up between 15 million and 23 million, and he only costs 6.5. I've got high hopes for Roussell. We'll see how he gets on. he could be a very, very, very good player. But he's going to be back up on the wing as well. Him and Danjuma are probably going to start at backups to the Thai guys, Moanta and Panya. Obviously, this is the team for right now. I don't know if we should potentially probably start Campagna. We are going to be playing Bayern Munich in a second. But yeah, this is the team. Obviously, the only difference from last year is Ehlers, right? Kevin Ehlers. I think that's the only difference between last year. Everyone else is pretty much the same. It is the same. It is exactly the same. And I could actually play the exact same team, really. I could just put a Poku there, and that's the exact same team as last year. But we are going to go with Kevin Ehlers. Because he's homegrown and he's younger. A Poku, he's good. But I think some of his attributes in the mentals let him down a little bit. And Kempf is just a very good left-footed centre-back. So, this is the squad we're going to go with. Obviously, we've still got two loanees in Scott and Bogarts. It's all the same as usual. The bench is the bench. Not much change in there. And then I think we just get straight into the game against Bayern Munich. I don't expect much from this. It's the Super Cup. We beat them the last time, last season. So we'll see. But go. He wants number 18. I don't think he can have 18, can he? No, he can't. Let's go. Let's do this. I don't think we'll beat Bayern Munich. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know what team they're playing as well. I don't know if they've got any new players. Okay, so they're not playing Neuer. Pretty much. You've just signed Jadon Sancho, which is massive. Kamara. Okay. Yeah, their team's fantastic. Everyone expects us to lose here. I'm going to say no pressure. And then we're going to go with that. I think we also as well, let me just real quick show you guys something. We are going to be moving into a 25,865 capacity seated stadium called the 1860 Munich Stadium. So that's the thing that we're going to be doing. It's 5 times the amount, 4 times the amount of the current seated capacity. As you can see, I think you might be able to see by this picture behind, not all of this is seated, right? A lot of these guys are stood up, old school style. But yeah, we are going to be moving to a new stadium, which is very, very good. Should be hopefully get some more money. They are still playing a 4-2-3-1. Thomas Muller with an early yellow card. I'm hoping we can catch them not fully fit. Because the AI do struggle to get their players fit at the start of the season. They usually start really slow, good teams. Not always, but sometimes. But let's see how this goes. This is the first highlight, obviously. They're obviously going to keep a lot of the ball. They're very good at pressing. They're very good at playing the ball out. I think we just got to hope as well that Lewandowski's slowing down a little bit as well. I think that's always a good thing. Because if they miss with their... Yeah, their pressing is ridiculous as always. Look at that. Bang. They've got the ball back instantly. The ridiculous team, Bayern Munich's. Oh, Campagna's stolen it. Can he score that? Yes! Yes, he can. Yes, he can. 1-0 up. Let's go. What a steal from Campagna. And it's a good decision as well that I made to actually play him over Satriano, because I was going to play Satriano. It's a fantastic start, though, that. Have we got Bayern Munich's number? Bit early to say that, I think. But, we've lost it. And it's Lewandowski. He's not slowed down, has he? Sancho. What a save from Kretschmer. What a save. Sancho's... I've had Sancho. Not this FM, actually. I had Sancho last FM. And he wasn't very good. Now, I say that he's going to score a hat-trick. But he's finishing it. He just wasn't very good. Now, he has got 14 finishing. And to be honest, he does look better this year. But when I had him at Dortmund... I had him at Hertha Berlin. I bought him from Dortmund. Last FM, I think. He didn't score that many goals for me. It was a very underwhelming signing. Even though he only cost me 45 million at the time because of his release clause. I don't like how high we are up the pitch as well here. There we go. Yeah. What a tackle. Oh, yo. I thought that was a tap-in for Gnabry. We got away with that one a little bit. It's looking like half-time. Potentially we're going at 1-0 up. Potentially. Quite an even half too. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm going to say that was a really good first half. Because it was. I just don't think we have the players yet where we can really get on top of them and press them enough. It's this area there. This little area. We've got too much time there. Do I potentially mark Sabitzer with Campagna? Because these two seem to be quite close together all the time. But then again, our goal came from my striker dispossessing centre-back. I just don't think there's any point pressing these two. I don't think there's any point in it. I don't know. Not now we've scored, especially. I like this little box we've got going here, though. Trying to keep the ball away from here is good. I don't like how deep Boguts is, though. Boguts could do with being right on top of Sabitzer. Don't like how deep he is there. Also, him not picking up the right back worries me slightly. A few little things that I'm just having a look at that aren't how I'd like them. A nice throw out, though. I like that. Like that pass, too. Yes. Yes, perfect. Perfect. This is perfect build-up. Dedic. Can you get it crossing, Dedic? You can. Can you win the ball? Yes, you can. Can we score? No, we can't. Something wrong with Goretzka. He's anxious. Goretzka is anxious. Okay. I think him being anxious could lead to us getting right on top of him a little bit and pressing him. Maybe force a mistake. He's now nervous, I think. Frustrated. Yeah, his body language isn't the best, is it? Goretzka's. So if we can get on top of him and upset that, that would be quite nice. I'm just going to keep an eye on what they do and what they change. Also, as well, we could do some changes too. My wingers haven't had the best game. Danjuma can come on, and so can Roussell. And we can just change the wingers. Goretzka is still frustrated. Don't know why he's frustrated, but he is. Obviously, 82nd minute, we're still... This worries me when they win the ball back here. Musiala dropping deep to get the ball. They've took off Thomas Muller, right? Yeah. Go on, get round top of Goretzka there. Oh. That's a fantastic pass. Oh, no. Oh, that was annoying. Gnabry winning the header. That feels like a bit of a cheap one to concede. Gnabry winning the header over Dedic. I think Dedic is like 6 foot. That's poor, that. Yeah. I don't know how. 8 jumping reach. 5'9". 12 jumping reach. 5'11". See, that feels a little bit bad. But it's happened. There's not nothing we can do about it. It's looking like extra time. How does it go straight to penalties? Oh, okay. Okay. So, we've got a few people anxious ahead of the penalties, which is not good. We're going to start with Campagna because he's confident. And then we'll go with Masengo. We'll skip these two because they're anxious. Don't like that. Christopher Scott is positive. Danjuma's positive. And should we trust Kempf or Dedic? Dedic. Composure 14. Composure 14. Don't know if I trust Dedic. We'll see. We'll see how that works out for me. And then we'll put these two guys there if it goes to that because they are decent at him. And then you. And then you. Go with that. We had underdogs today, but that suits us. Go and cause a few surprises. There we go. Right. Let me change quickly. The wrong way around, Lewis, isn't it? It's that way, and that way, and that way. Right, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. I'm treating you guys here to in that camera angle. Lewandowski steps up. And he scores. As you would expect. Right, Campagna's carrying an injury, which is not good. I didn't even see that. Yeah, that's a nice finish. It is good as well that they haven't got Neuer in the net. It helps us out. They have got Majeki. Musiala steps up next. And he scores. Masengo is up for us. What can you do, lad? It's a great finish again. 2-2. This Gnabry. Sancho. Okay. He missed in the World Cup. Sorry, the Euros. And he smashes it in. The goalkeeper doesn't even move. For Scott, don't let me down, lad. He's on loan from Bayern Munich as well. So that's... I'm glad he scored. Not Agent Scott. Here's Serge Gnabry set up their goal. Oh, I thought he'd saved it. Good effort, keeps. And now Dan Juba on his first match. That's a great penalty. That is a great penalty. And it's 4-4. Sudden death. Vitinha. You'd expect Vitinha to score. You really would. Can he do it, though? He hasn't. Straight down the middle. Kretschmar saves it. And we could potentially win our first ever Super Cup. First try as well. Who's taking it? Is it Dedic, like I said? Oh, right. See if... Right, okay. See if my gut instinct was right or wrong. Yes. Get in. Come on. First trophy. The DFL Super Cup. Love it. Absolutely love it. As you guys always get told, I tell you this every single episode, but I love this save. I really do enjoy this save. I can't wait for it to just keep going and going and see where we end up. I'll be playing a few games, obviously, before the next episode. Fantastic, fantastic win. Enjoy the celebrations. Wow. I didn't think we'd win that game. We were leading for a long time, to be fair. We had a game plan and we stuck to it. We absolutely did. And yeah, I don't think we can be said that we upset them there. I think we're well worth. I mean, they had a few more shots than us, but we were well worthy of that. Vitinha was the guy that missed it with 11 penalty taken. He's a fantastic player, though. But no, he's in a Wolves top here. Now, I know he went... Yeah, okay, so he only went on loan to Wolves. He did play a few times in the Prem. I really remember seeing that. I wonder why they didn't try buying him out. I wonder if Porto just wouldn't let them. Because he just seemed to be doing really well in real life, too. He's probably the one that I thought. Yeah, we won the Super Cup. Campagna's got an injury for 8 days. We have got the Pokal first round draw next against Seligen Porten. They're like, I don't even know what division they're in, to be honest. The Bayern Liga Nord. I think that's the 5th division. I think Regional Liga is the 4th division. I think the Bayern Liga Nord is the 5th tier. So we should be fine against them. Play the backups and some of the youngsters. And then we've got Stuttgart, Mainz, Hoffenheim, Frankfurt, Bochum. Got quite a nice little start to the season. And then obviously we get into the Leipzig, Bayern, Wolfsburg games. I might play all those. I might play all those games there. And we might come back at Leipzig. Because I don't want to be playing Bayern Munich every single episode. I don't think that's, you know. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We might. It depends, right? If one of these teams has like started really well and they're in like the Champions League areas near us, then we'll go and play that game. But I think I'll play all these matches. What's that? 9, and then we'll probably come back against Leipzig or Wolfsburg for the next episode. But yeah, do keep your eyes out for this video, Ajax project. I will be doing a video on that episode 1 next week. It will come out next week, so keep an eye on that. Please like the video, please comment, please subscribe as well. And until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.